Self-Publishing Podcast, episode number 108.
This episode of the Self-Publishing Podcast is brought to you by 99 Designs, the online marketplace that helps you get outstanding book cover designs at an affordable price. Start your custom design today at 99designs.com/SPP and enjoy a free Power Pack upgrade valued at $99.
Welcome to the Self-Publishing Podcast, where if you want something done right, you gotta do it yourself. And now, here are your hosts, the three whitest guys in podcasting, Johnny, Sean, and Dave.
Hey everyone, and welcome to the Self-Publishing Podcast, the podcast that's all about how to get your words out into the world without contending with agents, publishers, or the other gatekeepers from traditional publishing. I'm Johnny B. Truant, and I'm here with David Wright, but not Sean, because fuck that guy. Sean was
he talked himself into a coma.
He did, and we just were mailing his wife things to hit him with while he's in there. Put his fingers in warm water and stuff. His internet crapped out, so he's going to go to the business center in his apartment building, which I know well, and probably looked like a prisoner again. Do you remember when he was had the prisoner look, where he was holding it on his lap and we were looking up his giant nose?
Yeah, he always looks like a prisoner, though.
Oh, I don't think. I'm wondering if I should re-invite him now, since he's headed on down to the visitor center. But we were like, we can't wait anymore, Sean. We have important business to do.
We do?
There we go. Well, the podcast. Sorry, I called that important business.
So yeah, let's not fool ourselves. Come on.
So I know the question that has been on your mind all day is, what is this shit on my face? Right, Dave? You've been wondering, haven't you?
Yeah, I have.
I've been wondering
completely wondering what the hell is on your face.
Well, I thought I'd tell you because I know that you enjoy. You responded so favorably when I said I was going camping.
I didn't notice you had anything on your face, actually, because you're so pixelated.
I have. Oh, well, there you go. My internet's going to crap out, too. I got poison ivy on my face.
Oh,
on my fucking face. So there you go. One more reason to.
How do you manage that?
Well, okay, so I reverse engineered this, much like in CSI or something, and I have gone back to my forensics training and determined that when I sit on these podcasts, I go like this.
All right.
Okay, so when you guys are Sean's talking, and that's where it is. It's right here, and it's right here, and it's right here, and I think I must have gotten into it with my left hand, but not my right. So there you go.
Well,
which is good because you never know where that right hand's going to end up.
And you wipe your ass with which hand now? I guess your left. That's probably a good thing.
No, I also use paper.
Oh, you don't use your hands? I like to just get on in there. I'm like a back to nature kind of guy. This show's going off the rails without Sean.
It really does. We need him. He's the glue that holds us together. He is the wind beneath our wings. I know what I can mention. So, anything to forestall this uncomfortable time talking to Dave is our friend CJ Lyons. Hold on, let me see how I can actually frame this so that I get it right. Is doing a promotion now. By the way, if you well, okay, so let me just do it first, and then I'll give the caveat that she gave. She said she is doing a can you describe her promotion, Dave? She's doing a promotion on Fatal Insomnia, her new book.
No, if you got me ready, I could have, you bastard.
No, well, I like to trip you up.
I believe it's helping victims of abuse.
I love that we don't even know. I'm going to go to this.
I knew it the other day, but I don't remember. I tweeted it out and messaged people.
Boy, this is like a terrible promotion. I'm so sorry,
this is the worst
CJ.
ever promotion.
It really is, because I'm realizing that like it's going. You know what it is? I think I could just guess.
Hold on, I will go to my Facebook and find out because I don't remember anything.
Well, so you even shared it and you don't know, you son of a bitch. She is she is raising money, but it must be however many she said. I'll just keep guessing while Dave is going into.
The
point is,
okay, I got it right now. I'm just going to read it. I'm going to read it.
Go ahead. Hey, by the way, if anybody wants to hire us to promote them in some way, we'll do just as great a job. So it's cool.
Well, if I'm prepared, I can talk about something. I don't remember anything from 3 days ago. Okay, our good friend, New York Times bestseller CJ Lyons is doing something special to celebrate the launch of her new medical thriller, Farewell to Dreams, a novel of fatal insomnia. I have insomnia. Anyway,
Is it
she has
banal?
Farewell to Dreams on sale at half price, plus she's gifting a copy of the 7th thriller box set, Adrenaline Rush, to readers who send her a copy of their receipt for Farewell to Dreams. Do the math, that's 8 thrillers for the price of one, and proceeds from Adrenaline Rush go to help victims of violent crime via the National Center for Victims of Crime. Don't you love it when you get great books and you get to be a hero? And the details. You can go to facebook.com/Collective Inkwell Publishing. It's our most recent post, and you can click on everything there.
And CJ says that the charity gifting / reader appreciation event goes until the 25th of May, which means that would be applicable for those of you who are on the live audience, but probably not in the feed. But when I mentioned that to her, CJ said, what were her exact words?
Screw those listeners.
She said, of course, I'm totally cool with extending the offer to your listeners. So it sounds like she would.
The listeners. Wow, that's
she
nice.
would be willing to. Yeah, she has a different philosophy than we do.
It's obviously how we feel about our listeners with Better Off Undead. We assault them every week.
Oh, yes, Better Off Undead. Terrible, terrible thing.
Do we have voicemail?
We do have some voicemails. Let me go ahead and handle some voicemails. Before I play the voicemails, I don't even know. I'm so discombobulated lately.
This is like an awkward date between us.
It really is. Well, I've got other windows open, so I'm not looking directly at you, because if I look you in the eye, then it's going to be too uncomfortably intimate. So I'll play some voicemails, but I don't know that I've mentioned.
We have some comments I can play.
Well, but let's handle the voicemails. They're all right. Do them quickly. First, Carl says first.
Darren Waremouth says, I'm blown away by the professionalism and slick interaction so far. Keep up the good work, guys. Carl Sinclair says, good news, people. These 5 minutes are just a teaser of the professional and entertaining content coming at you with Fiction Unboxed.
What a dick.
Yeah. John Dark asks, are we going to hear from Stephanie today?
Oh, God. We got an email from somebody named Stephanie as pertains to all of this. Should I live text Sean and say, where the hell are you? Please. Oh, I have to invite him somewhere else. I wonder if he's watching us.
Good Lord.
All right. Well, let me oh, Christ. All right. So let me play one of these voicemails, and I will attempt to deal with Sean. You have to answer the mail then. Oh, he's I have to handle the texting. Get back here.
You bastard.
All right. So here's the first mail from Bill.
Hi, guys. This is Bill Meeks. Two points of order. One, you couldn't find the voicemail number on your website anywhere. It has the Fiction Unboxed stuff up there right now, so I think that was part of the problem. Basically, right now I'm about to release the 3rd book in a series, a superhero series I'm writing. And I've just got, on May 20th, I'll be done with KDP Select for the 1st book in that. So I'm wondering right now whether I should take that full 1st book perma-free or do something else I was thinking of, which is taking up about the 1st third of the book. I was thinking about breaking that off into like an Origins kind of 0 issue and making that free, and including maybe the original short story the novel was based on, and maybe a little bit talking about how I came up with it. But in the making that free, and then making the 1st book 99 cents permanently. See if you thought that was good, or if it would be better just to throw it to the wind and make it perma-free permanently. All right, thanks, guys. Love the show, and I can't wait to start checking out the Fiction Unboxed stuff.
I don't know that I would chop up an existing book.
Oh, hold on. We have a Breaking Prisoner video. Go ahead, Dave.
We can't hear you, Sean.
This is the best show ever.
Wow. Yeah. Okay. I don't know if I'd break up the 1st book if it's already out there. In perma-free, I don't know. I know some of our listeners, like Darren Waremouth, isn't a big fan of perma-free. Some people have done well with it. I would
He's
experiment.
not a big fan of permafree?
No, he's not. At least in my discussion with him. Basically, the idea there is perma-free. You're going to get some people to download it, but they're not necessarily going to read it. If they pay a little bit for it, they're more likely to read it.
See, I tend to feel that zero friction going in is best. That's my personal opinion.
Yeah, and I do see some value because Yesterday's Gone is perma-free, and while it doesn't have huge numbers, at the first episode we continue to get a trickle of new readers all the time from it. So I suppose it depends a little bit on where the rest of the series is performing. Maybe, I don't know.
Sean? You want to do a sound check there?
Mic check.
Fantastic. Your volume is so low that we can't even remotely hear you. You're just making this more awkward. I like that we're going to have a live sound check. Yeah, I don't think I'd cut up an existing book either. I'm a little intrigued by what Ed Robertson said on the last show, where he basically said if he were brand new and were releasing a book, that he might be tempted to release it permanently free, like right away. He'd try and get it permanently free, and then try to build his mailing list for the second. I didn't do that, but I definitely see the merit in it, because it would allow you to have a bigger launch with your second book, but then you're deferring gratification on that. But yeah, I agree. I wouldn't chop up an existing book. Maybe a story. I would say a free story leading in, or consider making the first book free with a real prominent call to the sequel. Still nothing from Sean. Nothing from the Sean quarter. No. This is great though. I'm pleased though. This is good.
Can you go back home, Sean?
Yeah. We'll just do it without you. This is going to be great when we have Ashley on. I don't think I mentioned our guest is going to be Ashley Coombe, who is going to talk to us about social media strategy and basically help us build ours, which is going to be great if Sean can't talk, because he's going to be at least half of the questions on that, and he'll have to do them via mime. Have absolutely no idea what's going on here. I'm going to play another voicemail. Sean, maybe in the meantime you can check your Hangout controls, your system volume, and any gain controls on the mic. So I'm going to go ahead and continue with Garrett's. Barely. I'm going to continue with Garrett's question. Barely.
Hey, Johnny, Sean, and Dave. It's Garrett. Going back to my roots and leaving voicemails for the podcast. I came up with an idea for something to do for my email list recently. Not an enticement to get people on the list, but something to make it awesome when you're already there. And that is that once a month, I'm going to order paperback copies of my books or hardcovers for when I start producing those, and basically autograph them in however many copies, 2, 5, whatever. Just one of my emails per month will say, hey, the first 5 people to respond, I'm going to ship you a copy of the book, because, CJ Lyons talked about that on the first episode she was on. What do you guys think about that as an idea? Is that something you've ever considered doing or would consider doing? Do you see any problems with it? I mean, I'm kind of already doing it, so there you go. Anyway, love to hear your thoughts. Bye.
Big shock, I see a problem. You don't want to do your first 5 readers, because that's only going to reward the first 5 people that happen to be home, but somebody else is working or whatever, and they don't get their email, they're going to be pissed off, and rightly so. I would do a random 5 readers. Otherwise, it's a great idea.
Are you enjoying the rattling that's been going on while Sean attempts to stick the microphone down his
This whole show
pants?
is like a train wreck.
Well, he's usually making an ice noise or something, so in this case, we're getting a lot of fumbling, which is great.
Quotidian Light has a comment. Sean is like the jelly to your peanut butter and bread. You two are so funny and uncomfortable without him.
At least we're funny. At least we're keeping it real.
In regards to the prior question, Colin Barnes says he has a perma-free for his Texorcist. Wow, that's a hard fucking word to say. Series, and it drives the vast majority of sales. It brings the series to way more readers than even a 99-cent book. All right, so go free.
I would love to talk to Darren about his thoughts on that. Actually, is this as echoey for you guys as it is for me?
It's better. Your volume is low, but I'll take it over what the hell you were doing. I'm gonna crinkle some paper here if you guys want to just try to add a little ambiance to the show for you. Just great. So right before the show,
Sean, you got a
we
glass
always have
of
a meeting.
Cling.
Oh, Jesus Christ, he's like rubbing it on the carpet or something. We just had a meeting beforehand, and Jesus, and Sean's internet crapped out like right as the podcast was about to start. Oh my God, what are you doing? Are you installing an appliance of some sort? He
run
had,
a vacuum cleaner.
he had to run down to the business center, and so he's now in the business center doing some business.
I
Is
like
that
it
the
here. I
same
think
as
I'm gonna do it.
bathroom business center?
Yeah. Yeah, the laugh still comes across.
Darren Waremouth weighed in. Dave is right. I can see the benefits of permafree, but I'd prefer to have readers invested in the book. I know it works.
Oh my God, dude!
I know it works for some quite well, but it's not my preference. I'll reduce the first in the series from list price after I've got a sequel out, the same as Yesterday's Gone. I know there's not an absolute right answer, and things work differently for individuals. Garrett responded to my thing. Dave, I understand your viewpoint, but considering how many people have constant access to email, I like the giveaway because it trains people to always open emails when they see them, even on their phone. I disagree. You're wrong. You're wrong. Because not everybody's waiting by their fucking phone. Some people actually work during the day and have jobs, and they can't be waiting for a Garrett email.
Okay, wait.
They're going to get home and they're going to get pissed off.
You both are right, actually.
I'm right. I'm righter than him. You can't both be right. There's one or the other. Choose, bitch.
You just want to alternate it. Like the first 5 is great one time. The next time is the first one to answer this trivia question correctly.
Okay. How about the first 2 and then 3 randoms? Mix it up.
That's good too. I think the key is to keep it fresh every week. You always want to have a surprise.
How about the last 5 that email you?
I think you always want to have a surprise for your reader, but you don't necessarily know what that surprise is going to be.
The 5 best emails with selfies and or nudity.
I almost feel like you're using the wrong mic input or something, dude, because that's not. There's something, and I can see you holding that mic steady, but we're still getting like I'm sanding a deck sort of sound effects going on.
Okay, dude, I don't know. It's so echoey in here.
This is fine.
But it shouldn't matter. I would almost unplug and just talk into the computer. Like I would almost just do that.
Can you just shout? Can you just open the window and shout?
Go get Nev and have him be on the podcast instead of you. I think he's.
MGon said maybe Sean should try using the business end of the mic. Hey, Sean,
MGon's comments always have some sort of a little thing that makes me think he's doing something that is untoward. There's always a little chuckle at the end or something.
MGon.
No, it's much worse, Sean. Whatever the hell you're doing now is much worse. Orders of magnitude worse. You need to like change the input volume or something. In the meantime, why don't we listen to more questions? More voicemails. Just hoping that we can solve this at some point. Maybe we should have waited and not gone on the air. Anyone want to reschedule this podcast? All right, so I will play Jennifer's voicemail about Asana. That would be Asana, not Asana.
Hey guys, it's Jennifer. I do have a question for you regarding Asana. You've talked about it a little bit and about how you love using it and how it's great not having to use email. And I was just wondering if you can explain a little bit further about exactly how you use it. And because I downloaded it, or I got an account and kind of looked up a little bit of the YouTube tutorials on it. Saw how it worked, but I was just curious exactly how you guys are using it for back and forth communication. Okay, thanks a lot. Best of luck on Fiction Unboxed, and congratulations on your success so far.
Thank you.
I can't answer that because I barely use the damn thing.
You
I wait till they
try
say
to
attention,
answer
Dave.
that?
Oh, this is great. Are you talking? Oh my God.
It's so much worse. It's so much worse.
You should have left it alone.
I don't even know what he's doing. I don't think he knows how to use his computer. You guys want to talk about...
Are we doing Better Off Undead now?
Maybe that we should just retitle this one and call it Better Off Undead instead. I can hear him hitting his keyboard or something. I was only half listening to that because I was trying to message our guest to let her know that we're going to be a little late because of all the fuck-ups.
She was asking how to use Asana. What's the best practices and such?
Just how we use it. There are two versions of Asana. One is the free version, and then the second is the paid version. And the primary difference between the two is permissions. And so we upgraded to the paid version so that we can have projects which have different people able to see them, rather than just everybody can pretty much see anything. I believe that's right. Is that correct, Sean? You can nod if that's correct. Does that sound about right? Okay, there we go. He's able to multitask, listen, and we're gonna get it's gonna be like reverse closed captioning for this. We'll get somebody. Dave, you can let's see if he can type things to you and you can read them, like a Stephen Hawking sort of a situation. Sean is now going upstairs. This is great. This is just going to continue. It's just going to get worse and worse. The way that we use it is we're all in there, and when we have an admin person, when we have a dedicated social media person, is when the team grows, we'll add them in too. And if I need to, so what did we do? We had I had a question about something that needed to be done on the Fiction Unboxed website, and so it was something that Sean needed to do, but I was the one who thought of it. So we create projects, and then inside the self-publishing podcast project, we created subdivisions for, Fiction Unboxed or Kickstarter or whatever. And in there I would say, change a button to X or whatever the task is, and then you can assign it to Sean, and he would then get an email or a reminder. And then we just keep the discussion in the comments as relevant as we can. So if you had a question about that, then this is probably the least helpful Asana thing, whatever. The point is that it just we categorize stuff by our verticals. So Realm and Sands has one, Self-Publishing Podcast has one, Collective Inkwell has one, although I don't know that Dave's paying any attention to it. And we just assign the tasks back and forth. We keep our meeting notes in there. We have a weekly meeting ongoing list where we just check them off as we go. So we discuss that, we discuss that, we discuss that. We have a production calendar in there, so we'd say this project is due on this date. I don't know that we're using it in what is considered like the best practices official best way, but we kind of just poked around and learned and saw what seemed to work. I don't know if that's remotely helpful. It's not like we studied it.
I am curious if Jennifer is using it for herself or as a collaboration tool. Is there any value to just using it for yourself over any other sort of task manager?
I don't know that there would be. I just don't know why you would. I mean, I used to use Nozbe, which is basically like just a checklist, like a to-do list, but instead of doing it on paper, you do it on your computer, and that was fine. I don't know that Asana has a lot of value outside. I mean, of course it has value, but I don't know that it has a value above and beyond worth getting it, basically, unless you're working with other people.
I use my memory.
I'm sure that works. Sure, it works really, really well. Is that about right?
No. It's my preferred method.
We are in there constantly, though, and I keep my master to-do list in here, and I know I feel like I don't lose things. I don't know how to define it much more than that, but it's not like we took some Asana course. We just poked around and found out what worked best for us. If you have specific questions, I just am not sure how to answer. How do you use Asana? How do we use it? So I hope that's not totally unhelpful, Jennifer. I love that we don't know what to do without.
Well, we have more comments. I mean, we can comment.
Ask a few comments, and there you go.
Ask a few? Oh.
Yes, ask a few. I don't even know what I'm doing. Well, why does every episode of the podcast recently feel like I'm holding onto the side of a train trying not to be smashed into something?
JP Howie, which looks suspiciously like Jacob Toulos, says, I don't know, but it seems a little jerkish to make people compete for your appreciation gifts. That's the Garrett's thing. I think a gift should be a gift. Quotidian Light says, this is less a gift and more a contest. I agree, so I think dividing it, the first two people and then 3 randoms, I think that works. And then you're only rewarding the first 2 people. People that like to be first. First!
Who would be those people?
Carl, sign up for the mailing list, and you could be first.
There you go.
I don't like it because, people don't get their... Not everyone's hanging on their email all day. We are an exception to the rule, I think. Not everybody is.
And I have fallen off the wagon since working on Fiction Unboxed. I used to check email once a day. I have been obsessively checking everything. And the fact that it is now done, the fact that it ended yesterday morning just makes me like, oh, my world is kind of quiet again. And now I need to get back on the wagon and be more efficient and not be a total asshole about the way I do things. Do you have more comments?
Bill Dowis says, I'm going to start commenting last on all your videos weeks after they air. I said he doesn't have to wait weeks. He can just wait hours. Let us see. Archer Caldwell says, this takes me back to the episode where Sean first moved and you were all bitching about the space shuttle's lack of traction. I don't know if a topic was ever achieved. Steve Mankey says, Sean the Silent Mac's brother.
Would it be Mark's brother?
I'm thinking, yeah, I was just about to say, I think it's Mark's.
All right.
Yeah, I don't see anything new. Oh, Helen Martin says, great Friday evening entertainment. So.
Oh, Christ. Do we at least get credit for rolling with the punches, guys? I know it's useless, but are you at least appreciating our improv, hopefully? We promise we're going to get to something useful shortly. I have a question.
Play like a musical break. What?
We're going to go on a break. Hey, Dave.
Oh, yeah.
What? Dave. Do I have your attention? Attention, Dave?
Attention, please. Yes.
What do you feel is the most important part of a book?
Well, it ought to be a great story.
Yes, but what is the next most important thing?
Well, the cover, obviously.
I don't suppose we have any callers that are going to talk about the cover this week, no?
I don't think so, not this week.
Okay. So how would I get a good cover then if I don't have any callers or I don't have any design skills or a friend who's a designer or a big sexy guy with a beard? Should I sell my soul, Dave, to Satan?
No, you don't need to sell your soul to Satan to get a great cover. You don't even need to have a friend who's a designer, or in my case, have any friends at all. If you want to sell a book today, you need to have a great cover. But that's where 99 Designs comes in. 99 Designs is an online marketplace where thousands of graphic designers, people that actually know what they're doing, are ready to tackle any creative product from logos to book cover designs. You can get a totally custom bestseller-worthy cover design for just $299. I highly recommend 99 Designs, and the best part is that 99 Designs offers a 100% money-back guarantee, so you've got nothing to lose. If you don't like the design in the first phase or the second phase, I think it's just first phase. If you don't like it, though, and you don't go forward, you don't pay anything. But chances are you're going to find not just one thing you like, but a lot of different covers where you can't even decide which one you like the best. And that even gets cooler because if you have a bunch of covers, you can show them to your readers and say, hey, readers, which ones do you like? And when readers are part of the cover picking or creation process, they're a little more invested in a book. And that's a good thing in my book.
And noticing how long a block of text sometimes is, I guess. When actually read versus when written, I thinking might have occurred there. So you have nothing to lose, Dave. Nothing to lose if you were to use 99 Designs.
Nothing to lose.
100% money-back guarantee, essentially.
Exactly.
Or literally.
Literally and exactly. Nothing to lose.
Endorsed by Sexy Stephanie.
Endorsed by Stephanie, yes.
Start your custom design today at 99designs.com/SPP and enjoy a free Power Pack upgrade valued at $99. A Power Pack gives you more designer time and attention, so you'll get nearly twice as many designs to help you choose from. 99designs.com/SPP. By the way, what we do with these 99 Designs ad reads that's called the mid-roll, and the whole idea is that we're sandwiching it between a bunch of useful content so that you guys are engaged and you've just heard a bunch of useful stuff and then you're going to hear more useful stuff. And I'm wondering if at this point, like, did we point of the mid-roll read by having such a useless first half of the show?
Well, the ad was useful. People that don't know where to get their book cover design. But I think people tuning into this show aren't about usefulness all the time. I think they're kind of used to us being useless in cases like this with Sean.
Yes. So what's going to be really fun here is we're getting texts from Sean.
Oh, God.
That say, this is so frustrating and I am miserable. So this is good because it means that we're no closer And now it's probably about time to have Ashley on, and the dynamic is going to be all fucked up. So I kind of don't know what to do since we're recording live. We used to record not live, and then we would have been able to abort this. But now that we're live, I kind of don't know what to do.
We have some comments.
Okay, read some more comments.
John Dark says it's not useless, it's entertainment. MGon says we are amused. Carl Sinclair asks, anyone want to play Sucky Biscuit? Jennifer, our caller, asking about Asana. Jennifer Selzer, hey, I'm the one who asked about Asana. I'm using it as a collaborative tool as I write with a partner. Keeping meeting notes there is brilliant. We do a lot of recording on our phones, but meeting minutes is a great idea.
Please tell me there are more comments.
Yes, there will be more.
The bad news is we recently got a bunch of 1-star reviews on iTunes, but this show is going to bring it right back up. So I've been telling Sean that it's just we're going to get a bunch of 5 stars because we're doing some really good work here, and well, there went that. So.
We're doing the Lord's work. We really are.
Not our fault. It's Sean's fault. If you can give Sean a 1-star review, then please go give him a 1-star review. Just him.
Give the show 5 stars, and then at the bottom say, but I give Sean 1 star because he's a bastard.
We're trying right now live to decide if we should postpone our guest because the dynamic
Are you kidding me?
Well, because it's the whole thing. You don't know her, and Sean and I met her in Denver and spent a lot of time talking to her. She's like a super fan now, and she knows our stuff, and I need Sean here for the dynamic. Like, if I have her on and Sean's not here, he's not even here. He doesn't even have the shitty internet. He just plain doesn't have anything. Like, there's no...
We just saw him! He can go back downstairs!
He literally has no internet. Here, I'll tell you what I'll do is I'll live read Sean's text. I'm seriously considering, like, can we just stop this and just try to record it another day? Because I don't know what to do. Like, this is like the worst show ever, and I'm in the middle of it. Okay, so here's Sean's text. Let's hope he doesn't make any sorts of racial indiscretions because I'm live reading his text and he doesn't know it. He says we should probably cancel Ashley because he's not going to be able to be here. I don't know what to do. I literally have no internet whatsoever. I'm back upstairs now because it came back on for a moment, but now there's nothing again. It's going to be the lost episode.
Bill Dowis says, a rare day I can watch live and I get to watch a train wreck. I love it.
It really is a train wreck. I don't know what to do. Like, should we just stop? Should we just stop and say that this is the aborted 108 and we attempt to figure it out later?
Do we do a Better Off Undead?
We could, but then we
Darren
still
and
have to
Carl
record this one at some point. What are we going to do? We're going to meet tomorrow and try and record this?
No. We're not meeting tomorrow.
All right. I kind of feel like we should just stop. Like, I kind of do, because this is ridiculous. This is of no value to anyone.
Okay. Well, we may or may not do a Better Off Undead.
So, apologies, guys, but I do think this becomes the lost episode. I think we'll just delete it from YouTube, and we'll just have to try again.
It never happened. We never read that ad.
We never read that ad means we have to do it again, and that's pretty frustrating.
We'll have to think creatively again to make the ads entertaining.
We don't have another topic. That's kind of the problem, and so I don't know what to do. All right, so I'm just.
Ashley said, "I'm here listening." She's in the comments.
Yeah, she's been messaging me here too.
Carl said maybe you guys could get naked like that awesome preaching video you sent me, Dave.
No, I'm gonna forget about
that preacher that had an innie.
Yeah.
Ashley said, if you postpone me, that's fine. I'll go drink tequila. Well, go get the tequila, then come on Better Off Undead.
What I like is that she's cross-posting. I mean, I'm literally getting the exact same messages here. I think. No, I guess I'm not.
John Dark asked Clive Barker question for Dave. Are you excited for the Scarlet Gospels? Harry D'Amore versus Pinhead. Yes, I am excited by anything Clive Barker does. I love that man.
This is a nightmare. So should we just stop it?
Yeah, Carl and Darren, if you'd like to be on Better Off Undead last minute, hit me up, and if so, then we'll do a Better Off Undead. I will leave a comment on this video to let you, the listening audience, know if there will be a Better Off Undead.
Oh, I was actually going to delete this because this is useless.
Okay. Well then. Well, you don't have to delete it immediately, do you?
I'd like to delete it kind of soon. I don't want people coming to it and being like, "This is the
Garrett
worst."
said, "Oh man, my voicemail will be lost forever."
We'll have to replay those voicemails. We'll just have to pretend this didn't occur.
This did not happen.
What I really like is that we have some people who are new to us who found us through Fiction Unboxed on Kickstarter and haven't listened before, and this is what they're hearing, and I really feel like I'm letting them down. So I'm gonna stop the broadcast, guys.
Okay.
And apologies. I have absolutely no idea when we're going to reschedule it. I actually have a really, really full week next week, so I will not have time to record it next week, which is great.
So
I don't know.
Look at Twitter.
Watch
Twitter.com.
Dave's Twitter.
Well, if we're going to do Better Off Undead, the David W. Wright, and I'll say whether we're going to do it or not. And I'll have a link. All right.
All right. Bye, everybody.
Bye. Bye.